see. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets.
Hi guys, welcome back again to Start Up with Breakthrough, and on today's episode we're talking about 7 ways fashion intersects with technology. This course and research was done by Amanda Cosco and she presented this at the gtbank Fashion Week. During one of the master classes, I had to record this because guys, it was mind-blowing. A lot of this I have known before, but she threw a lot of light around this, how AI, AR, biotechnology and all of that intersects with fashion and fashion industry. So watch this to the end. I'm going to give some tips at the end of the video, but also remember to subscribe. See as we welcome Amanda Cosco to have this lecture with us. So enjoy.
Hi everyone.
To moderate this session, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome.
Extraordinaire. But before we get started, I'm just going to ask her how it all began. You know, what's your origin story? When did you first discover your love for fashion and for tech?
Yeah, so I actually grew up in the fashion industry. My grandfather was a tailor, my grandmother was a seamstress. They met in the Tip Top Tailor building in Toronto, which is a manufacturing building. It's now luxury condos, but it was a manufacturing.
With the model Shalom Harlow rotating on a turntable, wearing a white dress, being spray painted by 2 industrial robots. Shalom Harlow trained as a ballerina. It's often said that the inspiration behind the collection was the Dying Swan, but in actual fact the inspiration came from an installation by the artist Rebecca Horn of 2 machine guns firing paint at each other.
Week, and that's important. Why? Because the purpose of a fashion week was for the press. The press would come, they would take photos of the clothes on the runway, then the clothes would be shared out in editorial, magazines and newspapers. Image from Tommy Hilfiger's 2016 show in collaboration with GTBFashionweek. What's the first thing you notice? I mean, it's the smartphones, right? Let me ask you, who is the media in this picture? Of course, there's probably an official media pit and an official photographer. But the truth here is that everybody is capturing and sharing. A smartphone can take an image from a look from a runway in New York, on, near, or inside the body. Technology is no longer something we simply hold onto or put in our purse or pocket. It's something we wear on our body. It's something that touches our skin. While mainstream wearable technology today focuses on the wrist and looks a lot like the jewelry and accessories we're used to, we're already beginning to witness the seamless integration of technology into textiles. Sensors, conductive threads, and microcomputers promise to wake up and connect our clothing in ways never before imagined. The fashions of tomorrow will augment our bodies, extend our senses, and enable us to cross a threshold into a new kind of existence. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Electric Runway. Awesome, thank you. Please clothing in the world, surpassed only by China. For this rapidly developing economy, the garment industry is the single source of growth and the primary source of foreign exchange earnings. In a country where more than 4 million rely on the garment industry for work, automation is a real threat. Many worry about their jobs being replaced by machines that automate part of the clothes-making process. By one estimate, if automation reaches its potential, countries like Bangladesh will lose more than 80% of their garment, manufacturing, and textile jobs. Some economists have called this a social time bomb. With the impact of technology in mind, I traveled to Bangladesh to get an up-close look at the often unseen side of the fashion industry.
So we just arrived in Abu Dhabi and we have probably 6 more hours to go and we'll be in Dhaka.
I'm an expert on a niche called fashion tech. As such, I was invited to the Bangladesh Fashionology Summit, a first-of-its-kind event in Dhaka, to give my thoughts on how I see the future of fashion. The summit gathered speakers from all over the world to share insights on various ways technology is reshaping the industry. When we say fashion tech in the West, we mean wearables, smart fabrics, or shopping apps and services, since that's our perspective mainly as fashion consumers. In Bangladesh, fashion technology means one thing: automation. Machines that promise to eliminate the human error in the manufacturing process also stand to obliterate human jobs. According to the International Labour Organization, the average Bengali garment worker earns 5,676 takas, or $68 per month, making them among the lowest paid sector workers in Asia. Because the cost of labor is so low, and because fabrics are notoriously flimsy and difficult to handle, oftentimes human workers are less expensive and more capable than machines. But as machines become more sophisticated and readily available, their threat becomes more real. I had the rare opportunity to visit several factories both in Dhaka, the country's capital, and Chittagong, another manufacturing and shipping hub that sits on the Bay of Bengal. What I saw inside the factories wasn't a battle between humans and machines, but humans working with machines. I was taken aback at the scale of these operations and how much manual labor goes into making a single garment like a pair of jeans. As I was traveling as a part of a foreign delegation, I realized my view into the world of manufacturing in Bangladesh was highly curated. But what was clear to me is that those with vested interests want to change how the country and the made in Bangladesh. Go to the next slide. Let's go to the next video, the next slide. So what we see is the fashion industry adopting what the beauty industry has already done, and including augmented reality for try before you buy. So we'll play the next video. This is a video from Amazon. Which in Web 2 was represented by our social media handles, our far, symptom of the Industrial Revolution, and we've been stuck inside this narrative of progress. With global warming, political and social unrest, and the COVID-19 pandemic, we're starting to really reevaluate this narrative of progress. And that's why I had that picture of that land.
All thanks to Amanda Cosco. Yeah, her details. You can go back and get that details. I didn't want to dilute this video or say my own stuff, so I hope you got new perspective. I hope you learned. If you're confused, do your research. Follow her on Instagram or on her social media platform. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.